Yo, what's up, guys? Today, man, I'll be talking about the New England Patriots and what they should do in the 2025 NFL trade deadline. As a Patriots fan, I know this team through and through. I know this team is looking really good so far, 6-2, with a schedule that we're taking full advantage of. But the fact of the matter is, price went up. This team went from not having any expectations at all to now being heralded as a top minimum 10 to 15 team in the NFL, and one of the maybe at the back end of the first tier of AFC teams currently. They have a really intriguing quarterback in Drake May. They have a stout run defense. They have an emerging potential star in Kayvon Thibodeaux, and they also have a ton of money to spend, as well as one of the NFL's leading candidates right now for Coach of the Year, with Coach Steichen for the Colts, and that is Mike Vrabel. Now, the needs for the Patriots this season, in my opinion, not in order, is a third down running back, edge rush help, very badly, easily the number one need for the Patriots. Safety help would help. Traded away Kyle Duggar. Edge rush help, like I mentioned, but it's a big time need, and we just traded away Keon White, who last year, first two games of the season, had 4 sacks for us. A coverage linebacker would help. And if you want to get greedy, maybe, just maybe, a full-time deep threat wide receiver. Now, Kayvon Thibodeaux right now is one of the best deep threat wide receivers in the NFL. But I like him, for 1v1 balls as well. He's an aggressive receiver. I've been seeing his routes recently. He's been cooking. I saw that tweet from, I forgot who it was on my timeline. I'll get into it maybe later. I don't know. This video is sponsored by PrizePicks. PrizePicks is a daily fantasy sports app where you can win money by just choosing more or less on each projection, ranging from sports like the NFL to the MLB to the NBA to so much more, including esports and over 100 different sports and leagues. Now, no users, you can use my sign-up code, your boy John, YABOYYJOHN, and win $50 by just placing a $5 entry regardless if you win or lose that entry. Thank you to PrizePicks for sponsoring this video. But yeah, let's get into it from the beginning. So I'm going to start off with, in order, I'm going to start off with what I think needs help the most, and it's edge rush. There's a lot of guys that you can look at for edge rush. Now, I'm going to be the bearer of bad news. The New England Patriots are just not going to trade for Myles Garrett. They're not going to trade for Maxx Crosby. I would love to reverse jinx this, but it's just not going to happen. Myles Garrett is not happening, okay? He just got signed. Minimum, it would take them 4 first. Now, we just saw that firsthand. Myles Garrett, 5 sacks on us. 2 sacks on Will Campbell, 1 cleanup crew sack, and then 1 sack where May could have possibly just evaded the sack on that 4th sack, or, just threw it out of bounds instead of getting sacked behind a lot of scrimmage. And the 5th sack was a cleanup sack by Myles Garrett. So, yeah, at the end of the day, he just got signed. He is, in my opinion, the best defender in the NFL. He's in year 1 of a 4-year deal for $160 million, and $123.5 million of that is guaranteed. He's making $40 million AAV. The first couple of years of that contract aren't bad cap hit wise, but it gets really insane in 2029, which is 4 years from now. $64.9 million cap hit in 2029. What? Again, inflation is constantly going up, so maybe that number isn't as insane, but still, as a random civilian, what the actual fuck did I just say? And in 2030, that cap hit is $57.9 million. So, yeah. Early on in that contract, the cap hit isn't bad. And again, we have a lot of cap space right now currently, but I would love Myles Garrett very, very badly. I would do unspeakable things to get Myles Garrett, but it's just not going to happen. Myles Garrett is 29. He's about to be 30. He's the NFL's best edge rusher. He's a behemoth, man. 6'4", 272. I would love him, but it's not going to happen. Next up, Maxx Crosby. Why he's not going to happen? The Raiders and Maxx Crosby just love each other too much, and he also just got paid. Now, there was a whole thing with Antonio Pierce and him wanting him to stay there, and then he didn't, and then he stayed for an additional year, and then he got fired the year after another dreadful season. And the Raiders have been very disappointing. Of course, they were one of the only teams, them and the Steelers, who beat my Patriots this season as, Geno Smith had a great game on us. Our pass team was a shit without Gonzo, and May had one of his off games this season. And in week 2, the 5 turnovers, May pick, May fumble, 3 fumbles by the running backs, 2 by Ramondre, 1 by AG, and they barely win. Game-winning touchdown, basically dagger. Our game winner, over now the newly signed 3-year, $48 million man, Marcus Jones, got beat by Calvin Austin for a touchdown for a game. But yeah, that's the Maxx Crosby Raiders team we're talking about now. The guy Aston Genty, Jacoby Myers is asking for a trade. Geno Smith has been one of the most disappointing players in the NFL. It hurts having him on my agenda. But yeah, Maxx Crosby and the Raiders love each other too much. I just don't see that happening. He's in year 1 of a 3-year, $108 million contract. For 108, 106, somewhere around that line. 91.5 million of that, by the way, is guaranteed. And it's an average annual value of 35.5 million. Again, I said the Yankees, damn. The Patriots have I think we have over like $60 million in terms of cap. So, yeah, we have the money, but again, I just don't see it happening, unfortunately. $35.8 million AAV. He's 28. Garrett's 29, about to be 30. Max is another behemoth, 6'5", 255. Again, one of the league's best edge rushers. Another edge rusher I want to get into as well, Trey Hendrickson. He is 30, about to be 31. He is in the last year of a newly constructed 1-year deal. It was 13 or 16, and then they restarted to make it 13 to make it a 1-year 29. And then obviously the Bengals, they have struggled offensively once again. Shout out to that boy DJ Turner II, though. They definitely wish they got some more out of Shamar Stewart. They had that win on Thursday Night Football against the Steelers, and then they lose last week against the winless Jets. And Justin Fields in a game where he was supposed to be benched, but his quarterback, Tyrod Taylor, once again randomly just got injured in a big-time spot for him. Kind of remind me of those Chargers days. So, yeah. But Trey Hendrickson at 30, about to be 31. It's on a 1-year deal for $29 million. And he has a $21.5 million cap hit. This season, he has 23 pressures and 285 snaps. I quickly forgot to see how many sacks he has this season, but he's coming off back-to-back 17.5 seasons. Trey Hendrickson is a dog. Now, he is in his early 30s now. He does have 4 sacks on the season, which is 26th among edge rushers according to PFF. And he's also forced a fumble, which is 8th among 119 edge rushers so far in the NFL. Once again, according to PFF. He has 177 pass rush snaps and 95 run defense snaps, 4 sacks, 1 forced fumble in 7 games, and he has back-to-back 17.5 sack seasons. And he is listed at 6'4", 270, just an absolute dog. Now, I would think they would want like a 3rd-round pick. Now, would I trade a 3rd-round pick? If you are this high in the Patriots, think there really are like one elite edge rusher from really being like a no doubt in your mind top 10 team and really one of the AFC contenders, which I'm bullish on now. I'm just enjoying this as it goes, week in week. I'm enjoying this as this goes. Okay, I'm not overreacting. I'm not trying to get too hot, not trying to get too low. This is the NFL at the end of the day. And again, this team does have some holes. So I am not going to be loud unless it's just Drake mate propaganda, which is warranted. But yeah, 3rd-round pick potentially for Trey Hendrickson. Probably want a 2nd, but we'll see. We'll see how that all transpires. I would love me some Trey Hendrickson. Next guy, another edge rush guy, Jaelan Phillips. He is a rock star when healthy. He is probably the guy here I want the most, to be honest. Him and another guy. He tore his ACL in October of 2024. He has on the season 2 sacks, 27 pressures, and 357 snaps. He is 26 years old. He's in the last year of a rookie contract for $13.25 million. Listed at 6'5", 263. He has 161 pass rush snaps and 155 run defense snaps. Free Jaelan Phillips. Now, this will probably, as well as Hendrickson, I would assume either be a 3rd or like a 4th and 5th or something like that. Again, also the inter-division tax. You think Stephen Ross and Chris Greer want to send Jaelan Phillips a young potential budding star, to RKK and the New England Patriots and face him twice a season and not upcharge us? You are insane if you think like that. But I love me some Jaelan Phillips. He is 20th amongst edge rushers with pressures, and he is 16th in snaps. Ethical ball player Jaelan Phillips. Looks like he's finally regained his health fully from that injury. I would love to have Jaelan Phillips down here in England. Next up, Kayvon Thibodeaux. Now, Giants fans, you guys watching the video, I personally would pay Kayvon Thibodeaux. You guys have such just a demonic defense with this really foursome pause. Because you have Dexter Lawrence, who's an absolute demon. Brian Burns up there for DPOY. Abdul Carter, who's getting a ton of pressures this season, which will eventually lead to sacks. Like, literally, what the fuck is that defense? Again, this is the secondary, the Deontay Bates, the Drew Phillips of the world. Like, it's not ideal at all. I would personally probably lock up Kayvon Thibodeaux, though, okay? So he's in the last year of a rookie contract. He was the 5th overall pick in 2022. He's currently on the last year of that deal. We would be on the hook for 1 year, $14.7 million of a 4-year, $31 million contract. He has 25 pressures and 405 snaps, the 4th most snaps among edge rushers. And I guess it would be for like a 3rd and a 5th. Like, if it gets up to a 2nd, I don't know. But again, if you're really that high in this team, maybe like a 3rd, 5th, and 6th. Maybe give them somebody else. I don't know. But yeah, I would love me Kayvon Thibodeaux. He's young. Be able to instantly give him an extension, or depending on how he fits in the system, and then give him an extension in the offseason. But yeah, I do like me some Kayvon Thibodeaux, guy that was down last season when Giants were down on him, and now I feel like he's regaining their trust. He's had a really very underrated season this year for the New York Giants. Shout out to that boy Kayvon Thibodeaux. He has played, again, 273 snaps. He has played, he has played 405, so he's been on the field for a long time. Holy shit. He has played the most pass rush snaps in the NFL among, I believe, again, my bad, let me quickly look this up. Kayvon Thibodeaux has played the most pass rush snaps among edge rushers this season. Yeah. 6'5", 258, playing the most snaps among edge rushers. The 4th most, I just said, yeah. The 4th most, the number 1 pass rush, the number 20th defense, 273 pass rush snaps, 125 run defense snaps. Yeah, the guy's a dog. The guy is a dog. Next up, I'm going to kind of spin past these. Bradley Chubb, he's 29 years old, 15 pressures this season, 3 sacks and 334 snaps, 150 pass rush snaps, and 144 run defense snaps. Now, I would definitely like his teammate Phillips a lot more. He's younger, and I just think he's a better player. Bradley Chubb, peaked like 2 or 3 years ago, and then he's been off and on with the Dolphins. Dealt with some injuries as well. Currently in the middle of the first year of a 3-year, $54.4 million contract with an $18.1 million AAV. 33.4 M's of that is fully guaranteed. $12.2 million cap hit this season. 31.2 cap hit next season. And 31.5 cap hit this season after that in his age 31 season. Yeah, and he's listed at 6'4", 275, and he's an edge rusher. Next up, guy we just facing out a sack on Drake May, Alex Wright. He's 25 years old. He has 7 pressures and 3 sacks and 236 snaps. He is listed at 6'5", 267. He plays edge. He's in the last year of a rookie contract, a 4-year deal for $5.2 million. He was a 3rd-round pick out of UAB, 25 years old. $3.3 million base this season and a $3.6 million cap hit. Now, a couple of other edge rush starts I'm going to throw out there right now, and then we'll get into the running back and wide receiver. 29-year-old Tennessee tight end Arden Key. A Renzo, he has 2 sacks and 9 pressures and 166 snaps, 107 pass rush snaps, and 51 run defense snaps, according to PFF. He is listed at 6'5", 240, and his contract after this season is void after this year, in case it does not go well. Next up, we got Calais Campbell. Still got it. defensive lineman. He also was a rental on a 1-year contract. He's 39 years old, but don't get twisted. My dog Calais Campbell still got it. Remember last year with the Dolphins? Yeah, Unk still got it. 17 pressures and 3 sacks in 226 snaps, 159 pass rush snaps, and 67 run defense snaps. Really enough. Another dart. Jamal Adams, a rental as well. He is on a 1-year contract. He's having a pretty solid season down there in Las Vegas in 211 snaps. He has 17 pressures, 108 coverage snaps, 18 pass rush snaps, and 85 run defense snaps. Now, next up, we got a couple of New Orleans Saints teammates that we just faced. First off, we got Demario Davis, who is, I believe, 36 years old. Give you nice linebacker depth. Now we have Kristen Ellis, we have Jack Gibbons. I feel like Demario Davis, he's just always out there on the field. I feel like he's a very intellectual player. Interested to see how he is against both the run and the pass, but he's in 512. 512 snaps, which is 5th among linebackers. He has 51 tackles, which is 3rd among linebackers. And in terms of snaps, again, 5th most total snaps, first in run defense snaps at 236. He has 35 pass rush snaps and 241 coverage. So really, for the run game, and he'll at least be a body in the coverage game. Again, I don't know how good he is in coverage, but it looks like he's better against the run. I'll presume they're stout. The Saints usually have a pretty good run defense. Pretty good run defense this season as well, and coverage as well. Okay. Noted Demario Davis. Now on to his teammate, Carl Granderson. He has a $6.9 million. Carl Granderson has a potential out after the season. It's a 4-year deal for 52 M's. This year is 6.4. Cap hit, 35.2 of that is guaranteed. 13 pressures and 392 snaps. He has 5 sacks this season. First in run defense snaps at 172, and has 159 pass rush snaps. So that's a couple of darts. I'll just get into that. Now let's get into the running back and wide receiver. Third down running back. I think the Patriots do have a need in terms of that. And no, fantasy football geeks like myself, the Patriots do love They do love Rashid Stevenson. They also do love and adore Trey Hendrickson. The problem is our third-string running back, Antonio Gibson, tore his ACL, and now they don't really have a third down running back. Actually, they do. They just signed Terrell Jennings to the 53-man roster as he ran out of elevation in the practice squad. He's a pretty decent running back so far, so good. He's been with us in preseason and training camp and things like that for the last couple of seasons. Shout out to Terrell Jennings. So I don't think they'll trade for running back, to be quite frank. They do. Again, I don't think it'll be anything insane. It'll be like a third down running back. Safety help, I was trying to look at some safeties again. If y'all have anybody, let me know. In terms of running back, so no, I don't think they'll go off the Breece Hall. They trust Trey Henderson. He'll be a good rental. He's a damn good ball player. Looks like that torn ACL. He's 1,000% back this season. He's throwing touchdowns, catching touchdowns, running for touchdowns. Breece Hall, you're a dog. But no, I just don't see that happening. They're probably at worst to trot out Terrell Jennings at running back 3. Probably incorporate young safety Del Pettis there if they don't trade for one. But at the end of the day, I think that's how it go. Again, wide receiver wise, the only guy I would really want, again, the AJ Brown dream. I don't think that's gonna happen, unfortunately. I just feel like he has a massive cap hit with the Eagles, and I doubt how he rose and want to trade him away, and then they just traded away a wide receiver, John Mechie, who just didn't get anything going. They traded him for cornerback Michael Carter II. Funny enough, they had both Michael Carter running back, who just got cut, and I believe re-signed by the Cardinals with the injury to James Conner and Trey Benson currently on the IR. So yeah, if there was a wide receiver again, I did mention deep threat earlier, it would probably be Rashid Shaheed, because he can help you as well as the wide receiver game, as well as the kick return. Imagine a punt return game of Marcus Jones, kick return game of Rashid Shaheed. Chef's kiss. That would be phenomenal. Rashid Shaheed this season has 0 drops. He's 9th in routes at 266, and he's 14th in receptions at 39. Rashid Shaheed's a big play guy. Just May lobs to Rashid Shaheed. He also is a free agent after this season, so what would he go for? Maybe like a 4th round pick give or take. Listed at 6 foot 180, 27 years old, last year of his contract. The Patriots would be on the hook in terms of Shaheed. Should have quickly looked this up earlier. But Shaheed's in the middle of currently his rookie contract. No, he's on a 1 year, 5.2. So, yep. And then there's a void after next season. So, Rashid Shaheed, he has on the season 431 receiving yards, 2 touchdowns, which, according to PFF, the pass snaps is 293, which is 10th. Targets are 13th at 57. Routes run are 9th at 276. Receptions are 14th at 39. Yards are 22nd at 431. Touchdowns are 28th at 2. Drops, he's tied for first with 0 drops. Yards per reception, 11.1. He's 48th in that. Yards after catch per reception, he's 45th at 3.4. Passer rating when targeted, 87.1, which is 50th. And average depth of target, aka ADOT, he is 41st at 11.1. Yeah, give me Rashid Shaheed, a former All-Pro, a former Pro Bowler, Weber State legend, Saints legend. If there were a trade for a wide receiver, again, I wouldn't love, it's kind of redundant with having Jacoby Myers and Stephon Diggs. Maybe to an extent, Kayvon Thibodeaux, to an extent. But if there was a guy, I would like it to be Rashid Shaheed. So, yeah, my wish list for the Patriots, let's say 3 of these guys get signed. Let's say really 2. I think I want them to trade for an edge rusher badly. I want them to trade potentially, if I were to be greedy, Rashid Shaheed. Either one of Jaelan Phillips or Kayvon Thibodeaux. Again, maybe like a random safety just to help, because Woodson's young and Hawkins has his moments, but he's all right, but he gets picks, kind of like a Dollar Tree version of like J.C. Jackson. And he covers linebacker. Maybe it's that boy Demario Davis. I don't know at the end of the day. But yeah, Patriots are looking good so far, but they do have some holes. That's why I'm not incredibly singing to the choir on the Patriots. We've been good so far. We've taken advantage of a soft schedule, which we haven't in the years past. Shocker, a bottom 3 team in the last 2 years has a shit schedule. Shocker! But yeah. That's, in my opinion, what the Patriots should do at the 2025 NFL trade deadline. Trade for edge rush help as soon as mathematically possible. Also, shout out to Kyle Duggar and Keon White, upstanding citizens. Shout out to my dogs. Good luck to y'all, Keon in San Francisco and Kyle in Pittsburgh. And, yeah. Again, edge rush help. Oh, yeah. Edge rush help. And, yeah, edge rush help badly. The amount of times a game, by the way, on Playback, I go live every single day watching games, especially NFL Sunday, watching Patriots games. Pressure. Where's the pressure? I love Baltimore. I love Milton Williams. Chase Hall's been cooking this season. Shout out to Harold Landry, but an elite edge rusher, potentially a potential elite edge rusher, like a potential, not maybe like right now, but potentially, yeah. Jaelan Phillips, Kayvon Thibodeaux, I would be super duper happy. So I'm excited to see what happens with that. I'm excited to see what Elliot Wolf, GM, and head coach Mike Vrabel are cooking. Again, edge rush help, please. Safety help would be beautiful. Coverage linebacker would be amazing as well. Because I'm already thinking of a potential playoff game. Let's say we go against Mahomes and he just takes advantage of our linebackers in coverage. Yeah, not ideal at all. But we're great against the run. Which may diminish at points to run. So if we can get an edge rusher that's actually really good, both against the run and the pass, but if not, okay, whatever, we can diminish some run defense for an elite edge. But again, we'll see how that all transpires. But yeah, shout out to that boy Drake May. Again, in terms of the wide receiver, like we have deep threats like Booty, majority. We also have Pop Douglas, who has his moments, but he's a part-timer. Kyle Williams, who was supposed to be a deep threat. Washington State, we hyped him up, like 3rd round pick out of Washington State. He's my dog, but right now, unfortunately, he's barely, like, it feels like even alive on the field. I put that see like blocking more than getting receptions. I literally don't remember the first reception you got to think was against the Raiders, and I literally don't remember because that game was a blowout at the end, basically. But right now, he just doesn't have good chemistry with Drake May. So if there was a guy like Rashid Shaheed on one side, Woody on the other side, and then slant Stephon Diggs, will be seated. But yeah, that would be absolutely beautiful. Elliot Wolf and company, please cook. That's again in my opinion, what the New England Patriots should do at the 2025 NFL trade deadline, according to yours truly, a die-hard 23-year-old New England Patriots fan. Yeah, Patriots fans, comment down below. NFL fans, comment down below. What do you want to see the Patriots do with the trade deadline? You guys agree, disagree with me? What do you want your team, if you're not a Patriots fan, to do with the trade deadline? Comment that all down below. Appreciate y'all showing a lot of support to the channel. And yeah, but other than that, yo, that is the video. So go down below, drop a like, comment down below, sub up. Make sure to follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and TikTok. It's been your boy John. Also follow me on Playback and Instagram. Links to everything will always be in the description box down below. Social media, all my channels, everything you want to know is in the description box down below as always. But other than that, like I said, it's been your boy John. Hopefully you guys did the video. Have a great rest of y'all day. Go Patriots, and I'm out, man. Peace.